Hey friends, you didn't think we'd miss it, did you? It's Sonia and Matt coming back on with you tonight for yet another day of the Paint a Piece of Furniture a Day challenge. And this is our candidate tonight, a little stand. He's not going to look so browny and frowny, I promise you when we're done. If you stick with us tonight, we're going to teach you a new aged crackle effect. I'm going to show you how I do it, an easy way to do it, and how to kind of incorporate it into your furniture, especially if you loved like the antique, the rustic, the worn, time-worn, shabby kind of look. So it's Sonia and Matt coming to you tonight from Junk Monkey Paint Studio. I just want to join, or rather, I just want to say hello and welcome to all of our new people on here tonight, because I know we've picked up a lot of new fans here just in the last week alone. So if you're catching us for the first time, we're coming to you live right now outside of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, in a little beautiful place called Ligonier, Pennsylvania. And yeah, we are here tonight in our DIY shop, and we're gonna get going here in just a second. And say hello, babe. Tell me who's on here, and tell them about what's going on tonight.
Hello. Mr. Quinn.
Let's see who's on with us.
Yeah, Mr. Quinn said she was getting worried. No, don't worry.
Listen, we're committed, okay? We're committed. Maybe we need to be committed.
We make stuff happen,
okay?
You think
we just need to be committed?
I don't know.
Possible, right?
Leslie Francis says, yeah, you are here. Yay! Alice is checking back in from Texas.
Texas in the
house.
Liz
is saying hello from Arkansas.
Hey, Liz.
Janet says hello. Judith says hi.
Hi.
I hate when my thing skips back and forth whenever somebody logs on.
Are you having Facebook gremlin problems?
I am. Sandy Bergio says, finally, I was worried I missed you.
Heck no.
Joan says, hi guys from New Jersey, burning
hey,
the late night hours. Yes, we had a TV interview earlier today, so...
Tonight, actually.
Earlier tonight.
Yeah.
So Sonia was out, being all photogenic for the boob tube. Well,
what?
The boob tube. You never heard?
Tube? Yes, I have.
Yeah, okay. So Debbie says, yay, been waiting. Gina says, hey, y'all, from Florida.
Looking.
John and Juanita Barrick says, share from Alabama.
Thank you.
Michelle Cooley says, hello, Sonia Matt. I've been watching for you tonight. Have you been lurking in the weeds? Karen Pogus,
what time is it where you guys are watching from?
Karen Pogus, I'm just going to call you Old Faithful. You
hey,
know
Karen.
the Bowery.
Yes,
Kelly Ansel Sheets says, was not sure. Hello to you both. Hello.
Hello.
Sonia Kettler says, hello from the other side.
Hey.
Hello from this side of the screen.
Hello
Maria Praga Sutter says, hi, Sonia Matt. Ashley's back on from Carlton, Michigan. Glad to have you back. Michelle Cooley shared. Thank you very much.
Thank you for sharing. Yes. So, we are running a giveaway.
She said hello earlier. That was the lurking in the weeds. Natalie Gallo said share. Beth said finally.
Yes.
Princess Kelly said Debbie's from Illinois.
Princess Kelly?
Princess Kelly shared.
I like that. I think I should be Princess Sonia.
No, there's already Princess Kelly, so she beat you to it.
Princess Sonia.
No.
I like it.
I know. I'm sorry, I saw Princess Kelly and I was thinking of the South Park episode where Princess Kenny. It's a Kenny!
I haven't watched South Park in so long.
Melissa Cornick said, excited I caught you live. Hello from Connecticut. Tiffany says hello, shared. Debbie Justice says shared. Nancy says, hey girls from Philadelphia, Mississippi here. And guys.
Hey guys and girls.
Yes.
Gals and guys.
Valerie said, thought I missed you. Good evening. Night night. Back from Belleville, PA.
We're just coming on. We're just getting started.
Princess Kelly said she's from Methuen, Massachusetts. Karen McLean says hello from San Jose.
Hello.
Debbie Clark said, you got my paint today. Can't wait to get started using it.
I'm
Glad
so
you got it.
Debbie.
Chrissy
We've been shipping out paint like a madhouse. Everybody who ordered, your paint is on its way it's about to leave the house.
All I know is paint and interviews. So Angie says hi from Northeast Texas.
Hello.
Is that Texarkana area? I'm guessing.
Texarkana?
Yeah, Texarkana.
Is it a place?
Yeah, east down bound.
Texarkana, Texas.
We're gonna do what they say can't be done.
Is that a song?
Yeah, we got a long way to go, and there's beer in Texarkana, and the boys are thirsty.
This is what happens when a Canadian marries an American.
Yeah. So,
you don't really always know what they're referring to, okay? So you kind of have to ask a lot of questions.
Tammy
After 20 years, I'm pretty good, but you know what? There are still things I still don't know about.
Tammy said hi from Arizona. Lisa's checking back in from Cold Township. She's a hardcore watcher. sending out hey from Missouri. She's been looking for us all.
Aww.
Beth Lucci Romeo says hi from Uniontown. We were just in your store today.
Yay.
Yes, she got some moss green and some paint, and she is going to experiment.
That was the lady you were telling me about. Was
yes.
going to experiment for her kitchen cabinets.
Yes.
Exciting.
Yes.
Oh, by the way, don't forget. I don't know if he told you.
I did.
You did? Oh,
yes.
Good job.
Barbara Ramirez.
Tell everybody else too, so they know in case somebody else might be able to.
Yeah, if you want to get the since you guys are watching, if you want to get the cabinet videos half off, it's 50OFF all one in the coupon code.
Yep.
Terry also said hi. Nancy Medell said, hello, you guys are wonderful. We would have understood. No, you wouldn't. You would have beaten on our door. Joan, yes, I know what time it is, Joan. Liza Alves, Evangelo.
It's Pampon time.
Liza's been on a lot.
Hey,
so,
Liza.
Yes. Hi, guys.
Thank you for
Glad I didn't miss out
Thank
today.
you for the support.
Debbie Sanchez is in Waco, 9:43. Everybody's quoting the time.
Because I asked him what time it was. Yeah.
See, I'm just so out of it. I was just
selective hearing again, right? So listen to your wife.
No, I'm just exhausted.
I'm just giving you heck.
You've been working me like like a burrow in a coal mine. Janet, there'd be a lot of people watching you. I went to Lowe's and 3 Walmarts. All 2-inch brushes were gone.
Oh no!
Actually, yeah, we've been noticing that ourselves. Actually,
well, I had to tell you too. If you watched me the other night, actually, that table right there, that'll remind him. If you want to show him that table
Anna
right there.
says, "Loved your thrifty outfit from earlier."
Yeah, heck yeah, right? Like a $20 outfit. Listen, I'm going to tell you right now. Well, 2 things first. Number one, I just wanted to remind you guys, this table that we did the other night, and I used this shimmer, I'm really excited because I told you guys that Lowe's right now have them on sale, okay? And several people have messaged me that they've been able to go and get it. And I mean, some of the Lowe's are selling them for like as low as like $6, $7, $8. I think you got our bin for what, 11? Yeah. Is that what it was, 11? So, depending on the Lowe's of where you are, go out and get some shimmer, so you can add some little bling bling, right? And it comes in different shades. But thank you for those who messaged me and tell me that they were able to go and find that because it helps somebody else out. So, go run now.
Oh, thanks, Terry. Terry ordered today. We're actually going to be working on your order tomorrow.
Yep, absolutely.
Yeah, Sunday, Cheshire says howdy from Oklahoma. Sunday, I'm guessing Sunday was born on a Sunday. Or perhaps a Tuesday.
Oh, that's the name?
Or perhaps a Tuesday.
There you go.
So, Leslie, did I miss the color? Is it black? Yes, it's black.
It is. How
we
cool
haven't
is this,
got
right?
to it yet because I'm just saying hello to everybody. Kathy's straight from Levittown. Penny is again. She said, I can hear y'all tonight.
Heck yeah.
All right, Penny.
So, here's the deal, guys. This is a little stand that I picked up at my local Goodwill. I just took the tags off a moment ago, and it said $4.99, okay? $4.99 is right up my alley. So here's the thing. When you're using a Jump Monkey paint, who cares what's under the paint? Nobody's going to know because you can make it look pretty cool, right? So whether it was real wood or fake wood. So I'm going to jazz this up tonight and teach you guys how I do a furniture crackle technique with our paint. And it's so easy, and it's beautiful. So especially if you love primitive or rustic. And I'll show you how you can make it work. A lot of times I'll do it even for signs. Like, anybody out there make wooden signs and love to do that? So it's a technique that you can kind of add to your toolbox if you're painting furniture or things for other people, or if you're just doing it for yourself. By the way, can I, real quick, what was the gal who just said about, and she gave me a shout out to my cute little outfit I had on tonight. Because yes, I do actually own a few pieces of clothes that are not entirely covered in paint. Although Matt's a whole other story, okay? Matt doesn't have anything left that's not covered in paint, okay?
I'm on hobo patrol.
I'm telling you, we're gonna have a hobo cam one day, okay?
I got some questions.
We're just gonna take you.
Okay, I got a lot of questions here. I'm trying to. Listen, if I don't get a shout out to you guys, I'm trying to answer all the questions, technical questions. So please don't get upset with me.
All right, I tell you what, you go over there. I'm going to dry this. So real quick, Matt can go take questions in the corner.
Okay. I'm going to go stand up.
I'm just going to dry this. Tell them this is our black
We're
velvet.
Standing in the corner.
Black velvet?
No, we're in the corner. We're bad.
You're like,
so, the color is black velvet tonight. We are going to Crackle. We're in the closet. We're in the corner. We're not allowed looking back. Picture frames. Oh, I'm glad you did that, Gina. Janet's gray or black because the light looks a little bit different. Dear Linda is checking in. Love the colors you're wearing. Is the tabletop laminate? No, we're in the corner. We're being bad. So, okay, I suspect there will be a dab. Yes, there will be a dab. Jeannie's back from Philadelphia, Mississippi. Carrie's back from Iowa, Michigan. Linda Bowery says your tuxedo is even covered in paint. Actually, yes, it is. And that's not a joke. Anyway, she's so cute. You betcha. That's why I married her. Debbie Manning said, I'm very upset. Laughed out loud. Well, that's why we got sent to the corner. Maria got to catch up with us. Thank you for checking in, though. Debbie whimsical Ochoa, Sharon from Texas. Missed last night, so I love watching live. Debbie's checking in from Iowa, and I missed the question here. I'm trying. Yes, this is a laminate top table. Oh, the fuzzy blanket is a gray, but it has purple tones.
Yeah, it's like a lavender.
Do you remember back in the early 90s when fleeces were first coming out?
And what?
Fleece blankets. And they had kind of that purple tint to them. That's the one. Mouse in the House is a straight up light gray. Let me walk over here. Yeah, let me walk over here. This is Mouse in the House. It has kind of a, no, I'm sorry, fuzzy blanket. It has kind of the purplish overtones. And this is Mouse in the House, and it is a light true gray. Actually, it's we're using it as a base coat on this dresser here. So, just to let you know. So, and I just realized I got to make more Mouse in the House because we're sold out.
Hey guys, real quick while I'm finishing up drying this. Here's the thing with the hairdryer. It's loud, right? So it's kind of, you got to pick your poison. Do we want to sit here all night and watch the paint dry, or do we want to suffer and listen to the hairdryer? So I'm kind of speeding out the process for you, so bear with me for just a second. But Matt, I posted today on my site, I showed our friends the two topiaries that were here for $3 each. Can you show them how I staged them? And just the $3, so they're great layering pieces, especially if you like to stage furniture. And there's one right above you as well.
You're so fancy. You said topiary.
That's what it's called, right? Topiary, I think it is.
Jenny Trout says, "Oh my God, when do you sleep from Greensburg?" We don't. We don't.
We're The Walking Dead.
Yeah.
Yes.
Literally.
It's a whole new show called The Walking Dead.
Yeah. Literally, we don't sleep much. Reminds me of being back in the Marine Corps when I used to operate on caffeine and cigarettes in the middle of the desert with 3 months without a shower. So, I think we all pitch in and get you a quiet one. Well, we have a heat gun.
You can find a quiet one.
Yeah.
We gotta dig out the heat gun again.
Yeah. We're gonna bring out the heat gun so we don't have to do this. Tammy Miller-Kilburn says, "You're very talented." We know she's talking about me, so thank you, Tammy. The old door? Yes, the old door is our open sign.
Yep.
Actually,
remember, we love to repurpose,
yeah,
so that was an open door.
Yeah, it was an old, like a root cellar door. We painted it the day we opened several years ago, and we didn't seal it. So this door, actually, this is our paint after being outside for almost 1,500 days in the snow, in the rain. It actually sat, the bottom actually sat in a puddle. So you can kind of see, all it really happened was it crackled.
We're going to imitate that effect tonight, actually. Yeah. That's what we're going to strive for.
This way you can do this in an hour instead of...
1,500 days.
Judith, the discount code on the videos is 50OFF all together.
50OFF.
Yeah, that's just on the videos, not on the paint, because you already get the wholesale price on the paint where we're at.
All right, so what is really cool is that, yeah, absolutely, Matt was talking about the door, and it's so funny because when you think about the crackle effect, that's exactly right. We're trying to imitate that.
We're trying to imitate almost...
Without having you put a piece of furniture outside in all the seasons and let it stick out there for several years, okay? So we're going to do it tonight in all of, like, a few moments, okay? So what I did first was go ahead and put a just one coat of our black velvet. I always tell you guys that, you know, blacks and browns, and of course whites too, but blacks and browns are especially the ones that you want to put in your toolkit. Because if you're getting into painting furniture, you can do so much with black and brown because that's how you antique and you create shadows and you create highlights. And for the crackle effect, what I want to do is be able to lay down a base color that's going to appear through the cracks, right? So I'm going to use 2 colors that contrast to each other. So in this case tonight, I'm going to do a rustic flare on this particular stand. And like you guys saw, the paint is on it. It is now dried. It's not sealed or anything like that. I could, honestly, you could do this and just give, you know, if you have a kid in your family, give them a basket of chalk and paint a table like this and say, you know, have fun. Go out and draw me some stuff. But you can also add more paint if you want to get more layers onto it and really, really just intensify it and seal it, and you've got a perfect piece of furniture, right? But I'm going to jazz it up a little bit. So I put the 1 layer down first. No, I didn't have the prime or sand or strip. It went right over, even though it's fake wood, $4.99. Heck yeah. Like I say, I don't buy a lot of pressed wood stuff, but you know what? It's solid.
Fake like my Rolex.
So Matt's going to sing more as he gets more tired. The more he sings.
I sing, yes.
You do. You start singing.
Yeah.
You start making up songs.
Yes.
So at least I've never heard them before. Yes. Okay, so anyway, this is our Junk Monkey Black Velvet. It's a true black, and so when I do this crackle effect, this is usually my go-to color. Okay.
Junk Monkey.
Now, what we're going to do. Oh, and but I went to say earlier to the person who said my outfit looked cute. I wanted to say, you saw what I got it for, right? I got my dress for like $13. My bling bling for, I think it was $4 or $5, and my shoes for $6.
Well,
so
the thing is,
anybody out there who loves the thrifting lifestyle,
yeah,
like lives all parts of their life.
You come to our shop.
Yeah.
You go visit our friend, our neighbor Vicky.
Yes, down the road. That's an awesome place.
It's like 2 doors down.
Yep.
And this area is very well known for the Rolling Rock Farms and the Mellon family and stuff like that.
You just got lots of different income levels, you know.
Yeah.
High income, low income.
Yeah. Well, Miss Vicky's store. You want to talk Coach. You want to talk Prada.
She's got some really cool brand names.
Yeah, and how much is the stuff?
It's very reasonable.
It's very, 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 very cheap. And it's not the Chinese knockoff. It's the
kind of stuff where Matt would be okay with me going down and being like, hey, I just bought 5 new dresses.
Yes.
Okay, so here's what we're going to do.
And we have a very strict, we do. We are just budget-oriented people. That's because we're broke.
Guys, you know what? I'm going to tell you right now. There is something to be said about just, you know, living, not cheap, but just, I mean, there's things you have to pay for. But living frugal.
Yeah.
You know, we did this. This is a hobby that turned into a business for us. And last year, at the end of the last year, we are happy to say that we, you know, we put the money, we saved the money in ways around, and we're able to go ahead and pay off our house mortgage. So, you know, being able to have a business and being able to have a successful business and being able to put it towards like things like, you know, don't spend your money in a ton of, you know, products and things like that. Spend the money where you need to spend the money, but have fun.
Welcome, Vicky.
And do it on a budget. So. Okay, so here we go. I digress. So this is the part where we're kind of have,
What's
going
the
to have
name
to
of
move fast,
Vicky's
okay?
store? Vicky's store.
Oh, I'll get it wrong.
It's right
Vicky
next.
down the road.
Yeah, it's right next door.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
if you come here, we'll point you.
It's
to
a very, very.
Vicky, put in the name of your store again, because I'll get it wrong if I say it.
Absolutely.
Feel free to type it in below, girl. All right, so here's what's going to happen real fast. Okay, so we've put a layer of dark paint down, because remember, when this separates, it's going to show whatever the dark color is underneath. So I recommend things like dark charcoals and blacks or our navies or browns, okay? Now, this is the next layer we're going to do. Go out and get yourself some Elmers school glue. Yep. Easy peasy. Come in close up so you guys can see it. Screenshot it. Do what you got to do.
And by the way, Elmers school glue.
Okay, just making sure.
When you go... Who here does not know Elmers school glue? We rubbed it all over ourselves when we were kids, right?
I did too.
Elmer's
peeled
school
off my
glue.
Fingers. Yeah.
I mean, when we graduated from pasting kindergarten to Elmer's school glue.
Did you eat the paste?
It was on.
Matt, did you eat the paste?
Everybody ate the paste.
Not everybody ate the paste.
Yes, they did.
I didn't eat paste. Did you guys eat paste?
Yes.
You know what I did like to do, though? Was...
Oh, Vicky. Encore Emporium.
There you go.
I'm sorry, Vicky. I feel so bad.
Blame it on him, Vicky.
Yes.
We still love you. Okay, so, but here's the deal. I used to put glue on my hands and then let it sit and then peel it off. Was there anything better? Like, wasn't that good? And we used to have the glue that had like, I don't know, it was like a yellow glue mat. Do you know what that is? Like
Deb Shoe said the paste tasted delicious.
Oh my God.
You got that right, Deb.
Okay, you're encouraging him now, okay?
Tony says paste was awesome.
Oh my God, you guys eat paste? You were those people?
Carol Ann said yes, ate the paste. Everybody ate the paste.
Oh my, no. Okay,
Tammy says, no, I never did, but a classmate did every day.
Oh my gosh. The stuff that we did in school.
Amy said paste smelled great.
I remember one time a guy got a watch battery
minty.
caught in his ear. Put a watch battery in his ear, like the stuff that you did at school, right? I did like as well to, let me think. Anybody ever like let wax fall on their finger? Do you know what I'm talking about? And do that where it dries? Yeah, the stuff we did, right? That was before the days of like Google and YouTube and all that stuff. That's when you had to create your own fun.
Kelly said Elmer's glue dried on the hands was the bomb back in the day. Yes. Yes.
How still
Megan
could you
said
keep your
rubber
hands?
cement balls. Yes, yes.
Rubber cement
Yes.
balls? Okay, what's a rubber cement ball?
Rubber cement, and when you ball it up,
Yeah.
like off your hand and form into balls, you could actually bounce it.
Are you kidding me?
No.
I used to use like silly putty.
Yeah.
Is that what it was called? Where did you guys come up with these things? You were the bad people in class. I'm
No,
telling
we
you.
weren't. We're just the bored people.
All right, so real fast. The reason why I wanted you to see this is because, yes, Matt, there is glue that comes in all different forms right now. And they have all kinds of like special, super efficient drying.
Give me some.
Go with the basics.
Give me some of that. Give me some. Hit me up.
What?
Hit me up. Hit me up.
There you go. That's all you
It's
get.
a little bit too much.
Well, you know what? It's too late. I can't control it, all right? All right, so here we're going to go.
Some of this going
Okay, you
here.
better pay attention because this is the part, okay? Because once this happens, I can't undo it. All right.
Jennifer, I taught my brother into eating paste and crayons. Do remember the glue hands though. So that's what they use. That's what
we don't judge.
That's the current new joke about the Marine Corps is we eat crayons and.
Oh my
Lord!
Yeah,
we ate crayons. We were the crayons eater.
Seriously.
Never ate.
We don't judge though.
No.
We don't judge. You can tell us. This is a safe space.
Hey, Vicky, if you want to holler out and say what you have real quick in the store like this week, feel free to throw some items out there.
But if they're good, let me know because I might need to come down.
Yeah, if they're good, don't tell them yet.
Just message me. No,
Yes.
I'm joking.
So,
tell all our friends, Vicky. All right, so real quick, let's see
Nancy
this done.
Mandel said she would have done it. The nuns would have smacked you.
Oh my God. All right, so here, guys, I'm going again with the length of the wood, okay? Always with the grain of the wood, and I'm going to go ahead and move this fast because you want to go fast because this is blue. It's going to dry fast, and you want to get it all over this portion, okay? So I would not recommend that you entirely paint it your piece in glue because it's going to dry too fast. I'm going to work on the top surface right here and get it all over here, okay? Get it all over. I'm just using a shabby chip brush as well. So here's the deal. The more glue you put on, the longer it takes to dry, but at the same time, the more the glue you put on, what that means is the wider the cracks will be. So the important thing is to get it all over. Try to, get it as flat as possible all over. It's going to dry clear. And then I'm going to go ahead and take a different color right away, okay, right away, and I'm going to go all over it. This is our antique lace, and I don't want to smooth this out too much, so I want to put it on top of the glue. I don't want to intermingle it, okay? I don't want to smooth out the glue. I want to get this color on the top of it and keep moving and not go back over what I just did because this is what's going to happen. I want to see and there we go. I'm just going to walk away and leave it as is, okay? So here's the thing. Here's what's going to happen as I turn on the hair dryer. This part, we don't have to talk, but you can watch because here's where the magic happens, okay? You ready?
Yeah.
Turn it on high heat. Now we're going to work it all over here.
Notice the crack. Start the form.
Yeah, we're going to start the form here.
what can paint dry.
Exactly. Can you really see it on your end? Can you see it happening? Good. You can come in closer to it.
It's like passion. Wow.
I know, it's good.
Alright, we got tons of questions popping up here.
So, I touched it. It's okay.
Do you want me to hit some of these questions?
Yeah, you can go over there if you want.
I'll hit one out because it's the same.
That's loud, yeah.
Yeah.
You can stick over there.
Right. So,
I'm going to continue to dry this real fast, but what's happening is you've got the layer of the black on, we put the school glue on, and then we put the other layer of the antique lace on. And what's happening is the paint is drying. This paint dries fast, okay? That's key. So this paint dries fast, and it's going to dry faster with the heat on it than what the glue is underneath it. So immediately what's happening is the paint is drying and you're gonna get this separation that's happening, okay? So this is why when you use a junk monkey paint, because it dries fast, this is really where you're gonna get this effect, okay? So remember, the more paint and the more glue you put on, the wider the cracks are gonna be. And then the lighter that you go, the more, you know, the smaller they're going to be, okay? So you can kind of like, maybe in areas you want to do an all-over crackle effect here. Maybe if you really want it to be pronounced, but the only thing is, obviously, you got to take more time for it to dry if you go the route of adding more glue and more paint. So tonight I'm going to go light only because we're talking on here, and I want to be able to do a finished piece tonight. Otherwise, if I put a lot of glue on and a lot of paint on, I would actually let it sit overnight and then come back in the morning, okay? But make sure you use the hair dryer because that speeds up the process, okay? But then I would let it sit and then I'd come back in the morning and seal. But I'm going light tonight because I really want to seal this piece before we're done here. And I've got some things I want to do with it. So we're going to continue to do this. Matt can take some questions if you want, and I'll continue to dry this real fast.
This is going to involve you, though. Okay. Nancy wants to know, if you decide in a couple of years you don't want the crackle anymore, would you have to sand it?
Yes, because you've created texture. So much like if you bought a dresser that has texture on it right now and you wanted it smooth, you're going to have to sand it, right? Yeah. So, yeah, because you're creating kind of crevices between the paint, right? So, yeah, I would definitely sand it if you wanted to go smooth again.
They also want to know, do you have to use a hairdryer?
Yes. Yeah, I would use a hairdryer to speed it up because that's what happens. Because if your room is not warm enough, you're not going to really see the exaggeration of the paint because it's going to dry so slow. What you're doing is you're pushing it, okay? You're saying paint dry now, and the glue underneath it doesn't have the opportunity to dry as fast, right? Right. So we're pushing the heat on it. So yes, use a hairdryer.
Sandy wants to know, do we have any kids? Yes, we have a 17-year-old who will be a senior this year. He's the adult in the relationship.
That's sad.
It is sad, yes. He's the strong, silent, serious type.
If you're in our shop, you probably met Riley. He probably doesn't say too much to you. Yeah. But yeah.
Yeah, he runs
pretty
the
reserved,
shop.
But yeah. All right, I'm going to continue to let that dry lightly. And now what I'm going to do is bring that color down around. So for those of you who want to work with two colors, here's an example of black and the cream. Do you want to come around this way maybe, babe? So I can show you. So I'm going to go ahead now. I could put Crackle all over this if I really, really wanted to. But I'm just going to put it on the top, and I like how it's just in that corner right now. And right here, I touched it, right? You know how I told you I'm a touchy-feely person? Don't touch it! And I did my own thing, only because I wanted to see if it was really dry. I mean, it's all dry now, but I touched it too quick. But that's okay, because I've got a little decal I'm going to put here, and it'll cover it up.
Here's a question from Joyce McCormick, which I was wondering as well.
Yeah.
Do you have to seal it? Will the glue make it peel off?
No. No, you don't have to seal it, and no, the glue won't make it peel off.
Okay. Sandy's going to bed. Good night, Sandy.
Night, Sandy.
So who knew Elmer's glue and I paid good money for Crackle?
I know. Yeah, that's the thing, guys. Don't spend the money on the Crackle. Yes. Yeah, especially if you're somebody out there that has our paint, because of the type of paint it is and it dries fast, just go with glue in this, guys. I'm pretty sure probably all they put in Crackle is probably Elmers school glue.
Can I just use the glue and paint on top of something I already have painted?
Yeah, you can.
Up?
You sure can.
Yes.
Yep. You could also do it like if I were to do it on a brown piece, like for example the door again, if you take a look at that, you could just do it on a brown piece of furniture if you want.
Marianne Simmons, I would be very careful using a heat gun. I use the heat gun all the time on our projects, but
you can burn yourself. It gets really hot. So yeah. If
Lori
you need, just
May
beware.
says college bound. How exciting!
Yes.
Yes, Riley. Riley is very. I think he's more of a technical school kid. He loves hands-on. He's very, he's very engineering proud. It's the German, He's got that engineering technical side of him.
Maddie's some antique lace right now over the base. I love that Crackle. And remember, if you do the Crackle on chairs, what's really fun is if even just on the chair seat itself, if you just do some Crackle on the corner. Right. Paint the rest of it, but just put your glue in just one spot, and you can really see how you can play it up and just do some really cool effects with not having to do it all over, right?
Right. So,
and I've got something in mind for up here in just a second.
If you use the red paint, what color would you use to Crackle?
Ooh, black and red would be gorgeous.
Yeah.
Black and red would be beautiful. Even brown or red, but I would say black and red, because when you go with a black, it creates like a shadow in between the cracks, so it creates a darkened effect, right? Which is really cool.
Yeah, Sherry, I'll show you that when I get a chance here.
What's that?
Eileen says, curious on the difference between your paint as in other chalk type paints.
Well, we don't know what other paints put in their paint. We can only speak to ours, and let me just tell you, it's amazing. So we make it ourselves, and we don't have a recipe of somebody else's that we follow, so I can honestly say our paint is not like anybody else's, because my husband has kindly concocted this paint recipe to be the way that I like to paint. So in the beginnings, guys, if you follow me on here, I tell you that we didn't start making paint with the plans to sell it. And it was just made because it was what I like to put on my furniture.
And it was affordable.
Because I would paint for other people, and I just hated the idea of having to spend so much money trying to, make extra money on the side, making painting furniture, and then have to spend it all in expensive paint and brushes. So Matt worked with me to be able to come up with a recipe for paint. And we tried a lot of different ingredients and a lot of different, what do you call it? Like different things in it to get it the way we wanted to get it. And now we finally have it perfected. And people would come into my store and say, "What paint did you use?" And it wasn't a brand, but I tell you, we did have a lifestyle.
Yeah,
and
we started selling
being a junk monkey,
paint.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah. First we would shop.
We would bottle it up for people.
Yeah.
When you first came in.
And that was the start of it, and it's never stopped. It's always been at the same price that we've always put it on our shelf.
Yep.
And I know you guys appreciate that because, like I say, if you live the junk and thrift and lifestyle, you don't want to spend a ton of money in paint supplies.
Linda wants Claude Frog.
Wants what?
Claude
this guy
Frog.
over here?
You can't have Claude Frog.
Oh, we love to go to auctions, and that was an auction find, and we love him. He's been with us. We call him our shop mascot.
Yes.
And did you show him so everybody knows what we're talking about?
Yeah. I said show Claude Frog.
I think pieces keep falling off.
He holds the door because the door blows over sometimes.
He does a good job. He does a good job. He's got one job and he does it well.
Teresa wants to know, can you paint fabric with the paint?
Yes. I had somebody in the shop today ask me that as well, and I'll tell you what I told her. Yes, absolutely. And when you do it, though, there's a technique, because you can go ahead and you can paint right over fabric and it's going to stick to it right now, but it's going to feel a little hard. So there are some things that I do to make it softer. But if you're going to paint, and we'll do it one night, okay, for one of our paint challenge nights, we'll do some furniture. Sound good? Like that, some furniture. We'll do a chair that needs painted. And but here's what I will tell you though: if you're gonna paint your chair, think about using it for like decorative purposes, meaning that it's gonna be a little stiffer, yes, to sit on. But how cute would it be if you could find a chair for like $5-10 that's really cool, maybe French provincial style? Are you playing with glue on your hands?
I am.
Oh my god! All right, I just looked at that. I'm like, what is he doing?
Teresa number 2 said you should post colors that you use on each piece so we know what to order.
Yes. Well, if you follow the live, I always tell you. But honestly, guys, we've done a few pieces now, and I have been so busy, I haven't had a chance to even take the photos yet of all the pieces that we've done. So, yes. But I promise I'll do that. Maybe I'll do that tomorrow.
Can you reverse and use a light color on the bottom and dark over top?
Yeah. The key is having 2 colors that are gonna, like for example, you would want to use an orange and a red. These an orange and a red are too close to each other that you're not going to see the whole effect. And you see the longer it sits here, this is what's happening, right? So I've got something in mind for this little spot down here. This little spot right here. I think we're pretty much all dry. We are. So I'm thinking rustic. I'm thinking primitive, and I'm thinking Mr. Rooster needs to go right here. What do you guys think? Mr. Rooster, he can sit right here.
Oh,
plus,
Barbara.
I touched that spot, right?
Barbara.
Yes?
It's coming.
What's that?
It's
coming.
coming.
I know what you're going to start singing. Yes. I know. Let me see if I can cover up that little spot that I managed to touch. Touch it.
Oh, Debbie, he does every day.
What's that?
She said your mascot needs to go out on the farm and guard your corn.
What are we going to do with that corn?
Make the rooster red, they're saying.
I could make the rooster
I don't know.
red.
Maybe I'll dry it out. It's filled corn. Maybe I'll dry it out and make masa tortillas out of it.
We'll invite everybody over. Can you feed like everybody with like one piece of corn?
They want a red rooster.
I'm going to go black, and I'll show you why. Okay, I'm going to go black.
Okay, all right.
I just feel like...
Everybody's...
It's okay. We can put red in somewhere else.
Everybody's warming up. They're shivering with anticipation.
I'm trying to get as much off of my brush as possible, because remember how I say less is more?
Brush.
Yes.
Brush.
You nut.
They're waiting for it. Dab.
We got to get the little feather down here.
Dab.
Exactly.
Brush.
We're gonna get like shirts made. That's gonna say dab. And nobody's gonna know what we're even talking about. Seriously, nobody's even gonna know. Get a little bit of his comb. I think one time I went on Home Talk and I asked my husband if this was a chicken or a rooster. Do you remember that?
Yes. I think I made really odd faces.
Good God. Seriously, if you ever said something and you open your mouth and insert foot and you go, why the heck did I just say that?
Yes.
Yeah. Seriously, this is what happened.
Dab.
But I am not a farm girl. Let me just tell you, like I say, I'm an island girl. Grew up in Newfoundland, up in Canada, and on the Atlantic coast. And, daughter of a fisherman, all that good stuff. So, yeah, we can talk about fishing and stuff, but don't ask me about corn. Like, would I have known that was a stalk of corn outside? No, I would not have known that was a stalk of corn outside. Let me just tell you that. And, so when I first moved down here, I didn't, guys, I gotta tell you something. If I tell you something, you won't think I'm crazy, will you?
Uh-oh.
You won't think I'm crazy, will you?
Don't let the crazy
All right, I gotta tell you something.
Listen,
we're all crazy, except some of us just do a better job of hiding it than others. So I moved down here, and I honestly did not know that horses lay down on their side. I didn't know that horses lay down. Why didn't anybody tell me? So, being the nice person that I am, I'm driving home one day, and I know that there's like a farm that has horses on it. It's kind of near my neighborhood, and it was laying on the rock. I thought it was sick, so I went up to the door and tried to get somebody in the house to come out, and nobody came out, but thank goodness, because I talked to Matt. I called Matt later.
Yeah, she called me in a panic going, there's a horse,
well, I thought it was
it's
sick.
dead in the field. And I was like, what do you mean? How
horse.
do you know it's dead in the field?
It's laying on its side, dude. And then he tells me, horses lay on their side. Oh my God, like seriously, who knew that? Who knew? I think I'm going to add some red highlights in it, so bear with me. What do you think
everybody's
so far?
getting red.
Let's put some red in.
Princess Kelly said her great-grandparents were from Newfoundland.
Really? What part? I bet you we're related.
Yeah, kind of like this mountain. I'm related to everybody between here and Somerset.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay, I'm just going to try something. Remember, a lot of the things that I do, which we could totally give shadow to that rooster, which would be cool, right?
Yeah.
But a lot of things I do is just done on whims.
Oh, I forgot to, there's a question back there that was, where do you get your stencils? Common question.
Yes. All over, but one of my favorite places is Hobby Lobby. And believe it or not, guys, Walmart is even getting better. They're getting in the game now, I'm telling you, with stencils.
Terry Martinez says the first time she saw a pig, she thought it was a big dog.
That's why I like you guys. You're so normal. You make me feel normal.
Yeah, we actually did a cabinet job in the house that had
Watch what I'm doing.
Oh.
Watch what I'm doing real quick here.
Oh, you're going totally different than what we
I am. You know what?
See.
Here's what I'm doing. Remember that this might look a little bit pink. Sometimes when it goes on, our reds like to fool you like that. But I'm just going to add some red accents around the top. What do you guys think? What do you guys think? Just a little bit of red here and there. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean?
Oh my gosh.
What?
Linda, you are so evil.
Oh, what's she saying?
She said we convinced my niece that cows that roam on the mountains have shorter legs on one side.
What? Oh my Lord. That is hilarious. That is hilarious. Come on, we've all done stuff like that, right?
Oh no. Allison Jarvis walked in
My
the
mother
room.
tried to convince me and my father that chocolate milk came from brown cows.
You asked me that when you came down here one time, which was funny.
What's that?
You saw a brown cow, a Swiss cow, and you go, "Is that
Swiss
where
cows
Swiss
are beautiful."
Yeah.
I never saw Swiss
My
cows.
people make good cows.
I'm telling you.
Yes.
Those are beautiful cows.
Yes. We don't fool around in Switzerland.
And I've heard that cows are can be nosy and have their own personality and that sort of thing, which I find really cool because, I just didn't grow up around cows and stuff like that.
Yeah, you need to let
Let's talk moose. Let's talk moose.
you need to let yourself around.
Who wants to talk moose?
Allison Jarvis walked in the room today where her spouse was wiping that spit from our newborn baby mouth, and she was saying, dab, 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 dab.
Oh, cute. Cute. So I'm just splashing a little bit of red on as an accent color, and it'll set nice. This is a garnet red, so I'm just kind of doing some highlights. And the person who probably takes this one will be a primitive lover.
They say put some red on the rooster feathers, lady.
Yeah, we can do that too. Give me a second
here. You've probably done cow tipping too. Actually, when I was a teenager, we used to bring the city kids up and do that. So.
I learned. You know how I learned about cow tipping?
Oh, the Oreo cows. Yes, there's some just out the road from us.
Do you know how I learned about cow tipping? I watched what's that show? Cars, right? With the Mater in it. You know what I'm talking about? Oh, I just touched it. You know what I'm talking about? What was it called, Matt?
It's time for dab.
What was it called? Cars?
Yeah, Cars.
And the Mater was in it.
Tomater.
Yeah, the tomater, right? The tomater. All right.
Denise, those are some good people.
What's that?
She goes, her people are from Switzerland too.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
There you go.
There you go.
Is that a little red in the
Speaking of good chocolate milk, have you tried Woe Nellie's cream lime milk?
No. Is it good?
That's the one at the top of 3 Mile Hill.
Oh.
Yeah.
I've seen the sign.
Yeah, we haven't got a chance to go out there.
No, we haven't. And now that we've moved too, it's been a little bit busy. What do you guys think?
In Ireland, they were telling us that when the cows lay down, it's going to rain. Yeah, that's they say that around here too. So
the cows are going to rain. It's going to rain.
Yeah. So Cars. Tomato is my favorite. My husband's from Minnesota. The first time he saw a tent worm nest in a tree, he thought it was a huge spider web. I used to get paid.
What about those too?
Growing up on the farm, we had a lot of fruit trees like apples and peaches and pears. And cherries. I used to get paid by the worm to pick them off the trees.
Nice.
So anyway, they were tractor tipping. Yeah, tractor tipping. Yes.
Nice. So guys, now I'm just kind of going over where I put some red and hitting it with a little bit of the black just to kind of like drown it down.
Oh, good question, babe.
What's that?
What did you use to clean off the red?
That was just a little bit of water. I just got it quickly. I got it quickly before it set.
Yeah, Sonia Kettler says, I was always told when the cows lay down, fishing is not good. Actually, yeah, because it's gonna rain. It's not good fishing when it rains. But any fishing's good fishing. So I picked a freebie table like that.
Yeah.
I may have to do it with orange accents for my front porch.
Oh my god.
Pumpkin or ginger
Orange
spice.
and black. Yeah. We added the just to let you guys know, we brought it back. Who was the brought sexy back? We brought ginger spice back.
Yeah.
And ginger spice, oh my god, it sounds like a Spice Girl. We brought ginger spice
Where
back.
can we get this in? So Hobby Lobby.
Yep, this one came from Hobby Lobby. I think it was $2.99. And remember that if you have your coupon, which you guys know, right? If you bring your phone down, if you have a smartphone, you can pull it up at the register. Do you want to come on this side?
Yeah, I gotta go show them some paint colors that they're
Okay,
asking.
sure. And oh, sorry, don't step on the glue. Step on the glue, man. Trying to steal my glue. So yeah, I'm just kind of making it look a little bit more worn and adding a little bit of black around the edges and stuff to break it up. So that way it all blends and it all comes together. So we've got a little bit of red going on in there, but at the same time it doesn't look like it's sticking out in the middle of nowhere, right? So just taking your brush and adding a little bit to the edges gives it an overall, because we would Crackle, okay? Crackle is pretty distressed, right? So we can just...
Here's a little known secret.
What's that?
You were the expert worm digger.
I was.
Growing up.
This is true.
And she loved
Guys, I like a good challenge, okay? And if it meant catching worms, that was part of it. I grew up, like I said, in Newfoundland, and in a small community. And we did a lot of fishing and trouting and things like that, which I love to do.
Yeah, when I found that out, I was like, Marrier.
What's that? Because I like to dig worms?
Yes,
I love to dig worms. I'm serious. I used to do that. Even if I wasn't going trouting, it was somebody else. I don't know what it was, but maybe it was the hunt. Maybe it was the thrill of the hunt of the worm. But yeah, I would turn over bricks and anything I could find to find worms. Is that crazy? Is that crazy? Yeah. I'm pretty sure at the end of 30 days you'll know all about me. We'll know everything about each other, right? Yeah. Anybody else dig worms and not afraid to say it?
Could you lay chicken wire on the table and use it as a stencil? Yeah.
Yeah, you could do that. That would be really cool. We should try that sometime.
Okay, hang on a second. I gotta go over here and show you the color. Ginger spice. Ginger spice is so nice. Okay, go over here. And Mocha Madness, somebody wanted to see. Yes. It's a little bright. That's more. Yeah, right there. It's brownish. It's warm. So Paul Long dug worms. So yes, it's fun. What was the book when we were kids?
How to Eat Fried Worms.
Yeah, the one we had to read in school. Yeah, How to Eat Fried Worms.
Oh my god! I went to a book fair and I bought it. My mother was like, "Why would you buy this book, Sonia?" I don't know what it was. Maybe I had an obsession with worms. But I read that book so many times. I mean, I even knew what you were going to say before you said it. Okay? Yeah. Remember going to book fairs? And like you would ask your mom for money, you would go and you'd walk and hopefully find something that would like, you know, that you could afford. Remember that? Yeah. Oh my gosh.
So Tony Allen said she had worm farms for fishing growing up.
Really?
Coffee grounds and dirt, man. They love those coffee grounds.
Ew, the worms?
Oh yeah.
Worms like coffee grounds?
Yeah.
Well, this could have taken my. I didn't have a business, but this could have taken my. You know.
Well. Actually, remember the two towns going up to Pasadena?
Yeah, I remember.
Anybody
out here from Newfoundland, they might remember this.
Yeah.
There used to be a community where the road went straight through it. And like I say, I grew up in a fishing village. And there's just a lot of, the lakes, everything was pristine. So it wasn't stock fish, okay? So fishing is big where I'm from. Yeah. And in fact, there's a lot of Americans that come to Newfoundland where I'm from to be able to go out and fish and stay with outfitters and that sort of thing. But there was a main road that went through this little town called St. Jude's. And since then, the Trans-Canada Highway has changed. But there used to be a couple families that were, they fancied themselves some worm diggers. Yeah. And let me just tell you, they got into fights. And one would want to have their signs up before the other one. And
along the road,
yeah. And they did things like, did you ever hear this? They used to like use curling irons. And somehow electrically it would like shoot current into the ground. Yeah. And the worms would come to the surface. Have you ever heard of that?
Yeah, there used to be salt.
I mean, that's serious. I just like flip a brick and like pick them out, okay?
I did not get that serious, but anybody ever heard of that before? That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's like cray cray. Cray cray. Look at that. Now I'm going to show you something else real quick. All right, so I managed to touch that part right there too, right? That's okay, because ain't nothing junk monkey can't fix. So here's the other thing too. If you do crackle effect over your piece and you want to fix some spots, remember, or you just want the crackle to lay in a certain, you know, just a few places, remember that if
Deb
you want...
said they used to make electric worm prods.
Really?
Yeah.
What did you guys use?
So, anyways.
Oh my God.
Jackie Rollins Cox wants to know how we met.
How do we... Oh. Oh, let's see. Where do we even begin on that one? I'm just trying to even think.
Yeah.
Let's see. Stephenville, Newfoundland.
Yes, Stephenville, Newfoundland.
So Matt came to Newfoundland when he was a Marine. And I met him when he came to Canada.
Yes.
And we stayed in touch, and the rest is history.
That's a very boring way.
That's pretty much it, right?
No, that's not.
Okay. Let's hear you say it. I'm just curious.
Long ago.
This is the story of the reporter and the Marine.
Yeah, many, many moons ago.
We're going to put him to sleep now.
Yeah. Actually, yeah, Canada.
You will know it is time to turn to page when you hear the chime ring. Like this. We're going to read you guys a little bedtime story here now, okay? And yes, it really is the story of the Marine. And can I be princess, like Princess Sonia or something like that?
Princess Kelly's already on here.
I know there's a Princess Kelly, but we could be friends.
So, Kylie Kellen says, I think it should say farm fresh someplace on the table.
Oh, that's a great idea. Okay, are you guys seeing what I'm doing? I'm adding a little bit more paint into it just to kind of tone it down. And now what I can do as well, I keep playing with this. So I can add layers. So right now, I can go ahead and add a little bit more.
Wow, everybody, these worm prodders are amazing.
Really?
A steel rod with a wire hooked up to a big bag of shocks worms right out of the ground.
Seriously?
Yeah.
See, people like to...
we didn't meet on a blind date, actually. Canada thought they wanted a Marine Corps. So...
Matt was part of the...
We had... What, 80,000 Marines from Dutch Royal Marines, British Royal Marines, Rock Marines, ships.
Dolphins,
we
everything.
brought our dolphins.
Why am I sitting up? That's scary.
I was one of the forward op fours because I'm very well known for causing havoc and mischief.
Go figure.
Far off places.
So causing chaos.
So I was one of the 10 people that went around and basically caused all kinds of problems for 80,000 Marines. And
so you were an instigator.
I was.
Right.
I was very good at my job. As a matter of fact, I could ruin. You know, like gremlins. Like I was the human equivalent of a gremlin from World War II. I caused problems.
And guys, I saw him and I said, "Now there's a man who could wreak havoc in my life." And you know what? Isn't that pretty much how it is?
Well, yeah. Well, no, she wouldn't give me her number.
I wouldn't.
Yeah,
because I ain't that kind of girl.
She was a reporter for the national news.
I ain't that kind of girl.
And she wouldn't give me her number.
I wouldn't.
She wouldn't.
But I gave you my email.
Yeah, she gave me her email. And I was thinking, are you kidding me? You give me your flipping email. So, anyways.
Well, remember, this is almost 20 years ago, so you know what? Email, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I gave you my Yahoo, man.
Yeah.
God, that sounded bad.
Yeah. But all it took was one night out at the bar, and I had her hooked.
Oh, now you're going to tell him that I wanted to drink Lush, right?
No.
What?
No. So,
I'm just joking.
Anyways.
I had to make him wine and dine me.
That's so sad. I did not win the lotto. I need to pay. Yeah, both the lottos are like up over 300 million.
Come, look at this in the front.
I don't want to.
Come on. Yeah. It's okay. What do you guys think? So I'm adding a little bit more of the antique lace into it.
Oh, before I forget,
yes.
Somebody asked earlier the difference between the Bahama Jade is, more of a bright green, and the Teal River is more of a blue.
Yeah, do you want to put them side by side for them?
Yes, let me run over here. Okay, Patricia, I'm sorry to keep you up late tonight. Let me see here.
That's Matt wreaking havoc again.
No, not really. So here is the Teal River, and it is like a blue. And here is the Bahama Jade, And it is like, yes. There you go. Oh,
You guys see them?
If they didn't, I apologize. Are you losing the cracks with the extra layer of paint?
Some of them, come over and take a look.
Okay.
So what I'm doing now is putting on another layer, right? So if I want to make it look a little more creamy, I can keep adding it. I could totally do a whole other different color of paint if I wanted to as well. But I want to make it look a little more creamy. So I'm choosing to put more cream onto it. If I want it to look more black, I could put more black onto it. I could do whatever I want it, right? But I'm leaving all this stuff, but I'm just adding a little bit more paint, to bring it all together. And I think I'm pretty much done. Now all I got to do is seal it.
The jars, we paint the jars as an example of how the paint dries. So you get an idea of the true color of our paints.
Yeah, because sometimes in a jar, it can be off a little bit on the shade of what it's going to be like when it's completely
Holy crap,
dry.
Linda said she'll own 21 different colors of junk monkey soon.
Linda is one of our biggest fans.
Till River is...
And she's awesome.
Actually, Till River is like blue. I'd say the closest thing to seafoam are to the...
The aqua?
Well, we have a couple different ones.
Oh, seafoam green, huh? Maybe
Yeah, grasshopper green and green turtle. Those are our closest seafoam greens. Till River is blue. Patricia wants to know how many different colors there are. 32 and counting. 32 is what we keep on hand, but we bring in and out seasonal colors. So quite a bit of them. And we're always adding colors too. We can do custom colors as well.
Don't forget to share while we're live, guys. We're going to give another jar of paint away in just a few moments here.
Let me
we're giving
tell
away
you.
a jar a night.
If you share while we are live and stay on here until the bitter end, we will pick a winner where you will have 2 minutes to confirm that you are presented to claim your free bottle of Junk Monkey paint. If you're in the States, you get a jar of paint. If you're out of the States, you get a t-shirt. So there you go.
So
sorry, new here. So are you selling paint? Well, paint's our business.
We give inspiration.
Yeah.
We give free inspiration.
We give free inspiration. If you
People
want to buy paint, you can buy paint.
Yeah, you're more than welcome.
We just do this because my wife forces me to do this. So
there's parts still wet, but I want to show you how nice it is when you actually put the sealer over it. So remember, I'll show you the sealer again. Can you guys see the difference again in the color that it makes?
Well, once it dries, it'll be clear. So
yeah. You see how nice and vibrant that's coming?
Yes.
So I'm going to go all over. I still got some wet spots, so I got to be careful tonight. So I'm going to let this sit, and when I come in the morning, but my rooster's dry, so I can go ahead and hit him real quick. I'm going to go all over, and then we'll be good to go, and we can stage them and make them beautiful. And so for those of you who are wondering about a sealer, again, this is my favorite go-to sealer. It's Minwax. It's water-based. It's polyacrylic. So just like acrylic nails has that hardened finish on it, this is a finish that you put on, and it dries usually in about 20-30 minutes with some nice airflow. And you've got a really cool sealed piece. You can put on as many layers as you want. And to be honest with you, you don't even have to put any on if you don't want to.
Linda wants to know, what do we charge for custom colors?
For custom colors?
Same price per jar.
All right, so guys, look at this. Look at this.
We'll put it on. We'll put the access on
Can you see it back there?
As custom, as a
if we have
special
time, we do
edition.
custom paint. Yeah.
It's casting and shit.
Can you see it? Let's see here. Dun, da, da, da. How pretty is that, right? So we add a little bit of red. You guys want me to do a little bit of red. So this is going to continue to dry here. I'm not going to force it because remember I've got glue underneath it. So if you can be patient with this particular process, it's always a good thing. So you can remember, more glue, more paint gives you the wider cracks. Less glue, less paint gives you the thinner ones, okay?
Sorry.
Cool? You liking it? Maybe
do you have something painted with Ice Ice Baby at your shop? Not right now, actually.
And so guys, remember, you can also do signs. So here's one that I was working on earlier. It's not finished yet, and I can do some sanding and stuff. But imagine...
Show them the crackle.
Yeah. You guys see that right there? So imagine that if you're doing wooden signs, it is so fun to go ahead, just get a plank, do this process, whatever colors that you want to do, and then go ahead and stencil your words over the top of it, and you have got the most awesome wooden, distressed looking signs, and everybody's going to wonder how you did it with Elmer's glue that you can get on sale at the dollar store for 50 cents a little for a an actual container. And let me just tell you, you're not going to need an entire thing of glue. This one here is 4 ounces.
Oh, geez.
And
3D.
so this one here is 4 ounces, but you won't even need an entire thing. There's still like a whole bunch, and I used it before I even started with this project, so it goes a long, long way. So what do you guys think of this effect? This is one that you can have fun with as well. Add it to your, what I call the toolbox. You can do the crackle effect on decor, like candlesticks holders. You can do it on the actual furniture. You can do it on signs. So really, the world is your oyster, right?
So, Bobby, our store hours are Wednesday through Sunday, 11 to 4.
Yep.
Debbie, if you'd like to see Be My Honey, you can be my honey just one second. The red is perfect, pop of color. That's what people are saying.
I gotta show you something too. Be My Honey.
Yes.
This is it over here.
This is Be My Honey.
If you can see it over here, it's on a stick.
Don't be scared to paint. Buy something like a scrap piece of wood and practice.
Yeah, heck yeah.
Wait, what'd you say about Be My Honey?
It's right there on that stand. If anybody wants to see it.
Yeah, on this
Right
stand.
next to the mirror.
Right here.
Next to the mirror.
This one right here.
Yep.
Be My Honey.
You got it.
Actually, we have the Be My Honey on the new textured.
What is it?
We are experimenting with the new product
Yep, it's gonna be coming.
that we are making.
And we will hopefully be able to do a bring you a quick tutorial on that in one of our next furniture days. But
Texture paint.
this is Bahama Jade, and this is the Be My Honey. But we're making a special formula that you can put in between your colors to really be able to bring it to life. So what do you guys think about
texture.
that? Yep. That's what we do here at Junk Monkey Paint Company. We come up with really cool ways to be able to
You guys make all these projects look so easy.
Like, right? It is easy.
Liz, let me be honest with you. I don't make this look easy. She makes this look easy. I would look like...
You're funny.
Okay, saving this video. Awesome.
Cool, yeah. And if you
table.
share it, it goes to your wall too.
Did you select a name for your TV show?
No, not yet. Not yet. We have not. Hopefully we'll hear some word in the next few weeks here.
Yeah, next few weeks some word should be coming down.
We will let you guys know. We gotta kind of be patient with the whole thing.
I want to do 6 kitchen chairs in the same custom red you did the farmhouse kitchen. How many jars would I need
for what
you
is it?
to mix up? The farmhouse kitchen that we did in Uniontown.
Okay.
Or I'm sorry, Fairchance.
Okay. Yep.
She wants to know how many jars for
you'd have to send me a picture of your kitchen.
6.
But yeah.
No, 6 kitchen chairs.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I was thinking cabinets. Usually for chairs, 2 jars at the most.
Yep.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Oh, you're welcome, Janet. You're welcome. Do you ship paint to Canada? Unfortunately, because of laws and regulations, nobody's allowed to ship paint to Canada. We apologize.
And we're working on.
Yes, we're working on.
Trust me,
getting
we got
a
something
manufacturer
that you can do as well.
on north of the border.
Yeah.
So
me and Matt need to open up a factory and move to Canada again. Luckily, I know people back there.
Cute shoes, Matt. You saw my shoes? Actually, they're my kids' shoes.
Because he steals Riley's shoes, right?
Yes,
at a
they're my
moment's
kids'
notice. Did you guys see the desk that's all set up? This was last night's project with the teal river and the black glaze. And one thing that's really fun about when you're working with glaze is you put it on and you love it, and then you walk away and you come back and you see it once it's all set up and it's finished curing.
Everybody wants to know what the interview was.
Amazing. Oh, tonight was an interview. Well, behind the scenes, sometimes I share it with you guys on my page here, but I actually have a TV show on our local cable network. It's a pretty big network, but it's called Armstrong Cable.
Goes from Chicago to Massachusetts.
Yeah. It's a big one. And it's a show because one of the things I love to do is meet interesting people, specifically interesting creatives. And so I have a show that I host on there. It's called Meet the Maker.
And I've had the show for the last year, and I go around and I interview really cool creators.
Oh yeah, she won an award.
And I did. So there's an award. It's called the Telly Award. Okay,
yeah, she won the Telly Award for cable.
So now I can say I have an award-winning show, and I feature other creatives and just support them here throughout the local Western Pennsylvania area. But the Telly Awards have been around since the late 70s, and basically it celebrates just really cool programming, celebrates excellence in not radio, but television and video.
Wait, who are we kidding? It's just a chance to have a reception and get drunk, get together and get drunk.
And to be able to say you have an award-winning show.
Look at my award.
They get like 12,000 submissions all around the world, and a show that I did got submitted, and it won. So it was really, really cool to know that a show was seen by some really cool producers, and they really liked the work.
Yes.
So, and if you guys are local and you have anybody that you think I should feature, by all means, message me or message me through Facebook, or you can also email me, because I'm always on the lookout for some other cool people that I can go. Because you know what? Creativity usually happens around the kitchen table, the basement, the garage, the shed, and not everybody knows about it. But there's some really cool things going on, probably right in your neighborhood, and you don't even know about it. So my mission with that show is to go out and find people that are doing cool things and be able to kind of be a fly on the wall and interview people that, you know, are just doing really cool stuff. Whether it's weaving, which is like a dying art, working on the loom. I've interviewed like blacksmiths and photographers, carvers. I mean, just reclaimed wood lovers, all kinds of things. So anyway, that was cool. So I got to go down and get interviewed about that award. So
Kathy Snyder said, "Nice legs. Still waiting on a picture, Matt. You got to come to the shop. There's some people that know what I look like."
That is so funny. Yes.
Gina says, "What's on the shoes?" Star Wars.
Yes.
Yes, Star Wars.
But I'm a Trekkie, remember? So this is the battle.
Oh, thank you, Vicky.
I love Star Wars. Oh, sorry. I almost said it.
Vicky's going to bed.
I love Star Trek. He loves Star Wars. Yeah. All right, we got a winner? We got a winner?
Wait.
A winner chicken dinner?
Catching up on some stuff.
All right. Okay, last chance to share, because Matt's going to announce the winner here in just a second.
HGTV needs you too. I hope so.
We hope.
So, we're working on it.
Yeah, they asked for us to submit some more pictures and stuff like that. So that's always a good thing. So,
write them. Tell them that you want us.
Absolutely. Wouldn't that be so fun? So people have asked, like, if you were to get your own show, how would it change? It wouldn't, except we would be going into kitchens and doing everything we do with cameras in tow, right? And you guys will be able to follow it and like show episodes, which would be so cool. Oh my gosh.
Tony Hall says Joel Cherryco Pottery is amazing. Check him out.
Oh, thank you so much. Thank you so much.
We don't care about being famous. We really don't. It's not.
Well, you know what? Regardless of what happens, we're going to still do what we do, which is make beautiful furniture and cabinets and teach you guys how to do really cool techniques.
Wow. And
go ahead.
Andrewina Carruthers says, F you.
What?
Well,
for reals? Oh, it's okay. It's okay. Because you know what? We have the ban button. Yeah, I love it when he hears
that's okay.
It's okay.
You can bring it. I'm a Marine. There's nothing you can say that will ever hurt my feelings.
Yep.
As a matter of fact, I'm laughing because...
Bye, Felicia. Anyhow, the good stuff that I wanted to tell you guys about, okay? Let's not even give attention
Lori
to
May
that.
says, look at some of your older videos to see Matt. No.
So, guys, one of the things I was saying to you guys was about the fact that, you know, regardless of what happens, if we get to mainstream media or not, we're going to continue what we're doing. But one of the new things that I'm excited about is in September, I've kind of been alluding to it and talking to you guys about it and hearing from you that I'm going to actually launch a different part of the business, which is something that I'm very passionate about, which is building business. I was able to leave the corporate world, and I know there's lots of other people out there that just need help to get their business off the ground, whether it's part-time or full-time, and I know the difference that, you know, making an extra $50, an extra $100 a month, or extra $1,000 a month can mean to somebody. So next month we're going to be kicking off a monkey business mentoring group to help you guys. And I'll tell you more about that and how you can be a part of it.
Because I know what it's like to have losers lunch.
Losers lunch, you got it. I'm going to tell you.
Losers lunch, bologna on hand.
I learned that when I married you. Yeah, absolutely. Yes. You told me about that.
Yes.
But yeah, if you guys can do any of these techniques, there's no reason why you can't go out and find furniture for $4.99, put an awesome effect on them, paint them,
and then sell them to somebody else. Because one thing I have learned in the DIY world is
here come the cops. They found her.
They came for you. They came for you. One thing I've learned is that there are people that love to DIY themselves, and there are people that love to purchase DIY stuff for themselves for their home. Okay, they don't want to actually do it. So, you know, some of us like to just go out and buy pretty things for our home, and some of us like to be able to just bring things to life. So there's a place for both of you guys. And so I want to definitely help as well, not only doing finishes, but helping you a little extra mile to be able to, you know, take your stuff to market and to do what I did, because I'm going to tell you right now, I am living proof that if you want to quit your day job, you can do that, and you can be happy. You can be happy and just do whatever you love to do. Okay?
And be around 24 hours to say, hey,
and drive your husband nuts.
Hey, come here.
That's the only reason I do this business, is to drive him nuts.
Hubby.
Lift this. I love you.
Hubby.
Thank you.
Hubby,
Thank you. What would I do without you?
Hubby.
Oh, thank you so much. All right, you got a winner or what? It's getting late. What time is it?
A winner.
I don't even know. Okay, go for it.
I got a winner.
Yes. Winner, chicken dinner. Okay.
From the great state of New Jersey.
Jersey?
Jersey.
Jersey Shore?
Jersey.
Jersey Shore. All right, go ahead.
Joan Gator Lorenzo.
Joan Gator Lorenzo.
Who's been here the entire time.
Let's see if she's here now.
Her number got called.
That doesn't sound good. Your number got called. We love you, Joan. Yeah. So let's see if she's on here. Thank you guys for hanging out with us tonight.
Come on, Joan. Joan. Come on. Joan.
Okay, I'm fishing for Joan.
Joan, come here.
Let me dig up some
Joan,
worms.
you got 2 minutes.
Come on, Joan.
Come on, Joan. Joan, don't do this. You've been hanging in. Oh, there she is.
Went to bed.
Oh, she's
She
there.
might have been the smart one.
She's there.
She's there?
She's there.
Okay, all right. Yes. Joan, congratulations, girl. All you got to do is private message us your address so we can come visit you. No, I'm joking.
Yeah,
Freaky!
We'll probably
Awkward.
be driving
I'm
out
joking.
to Jersey next week.
Yeah.
If we have time.
We'll see.
Oh, we should do like a furniture from, the hotel room.
Oh, while we're here in the hotel, guys.
Yeah.
We couldn't haul a piece of furniture with us while we're on the road.
So we're gonna paint.
Paint the hotel desk. Okay. Oh my gosh, can you imagine? Oh, terrible.
Oh, that'd be great.
You know what? This is what happens. You marry a guy that gives you terrible ideas.
That would be great.
And this is why you wonder why you cause chaos, right?
Yeah.
All right, guys. Thank you so much for joining us tonight.
All right, guys. You guys are the best.
Yes. Go now. Get some sleep.
Yes.
I gotta go now. Maybe watch some Netflix. Seriously, gotta watch some Netflix.
All right, guys.
All right.
See ya.
Talk to you later. See you tomorrow. Bye.